one-page resume. So this is a good one too, in my opinion. And please chime in if you don't think it's good or not. I'm happy to hear your thoughts and opinions. But again, here you can see key skills. So this is non-technical, okay, not as a computer engineer, but somebody who's creative. So you talk about the programs that you learned or know very well. Experience, what platforms do you work on, right? Attention to detail. So there's ways to share your skill set even if you're not technical. Okay, again, not my cup of tea showing right here, but she had room, she can do it, I guess. So I'm going to show you these resumes. I probably have a few series of these. These are from the Tuck School of Business, okay, that I showed you above that website. So you can see, again, let me just zoom out so you can see the whole page. So this is a nice layout, okay? And honestly, the graduate schools make people do the resumes in the same format, okay? Because it's easier to have a book of this, which you'll see in that website when employers look at this. So employers do look at books of resumes and pick out the ones that they want. Zooming in, because again, this is a person who's a student, his education is listed first, as you can see here, okay? Experience. You can see the comments here are actually very important for you to read later on. Why is this important? Because it shows specific analysis, okay? Comment number 2, why is it important? Because it frames the scope of project, okay? So this actually website that I shared above from the Tuck School of Business, you know, you have this available. So you can look at it and go through it in detail. And actually, if you're in, for example, let's go pharmaceutical industry or biotech, you know, go to this resume, look at this resume, read it, say, oh, this actually sounds good. I can use it for my resume as an example. So use some of the language that you see that will hopefully inspire you. Okay, let's see what he did for personal. Personal, so this is great, right? So here right away it tells me that this person is healthy, he runs, and he's self-aware, and he donates money to his community or a worthy cause, for example. Okay, here it shows me that he's a leader, co-chair. So you see the words that right away, without even looking at the resume, these words want me to read more. Okay, so again, by the way, look at the titles here. You can see. So I forget who wanted to change careers. I'm sorry if oh, maybe Benesh, maybe. Career progression, career changer, perhaps. So here's just an example, right? You have also an entrepreneur consultant, you know, freelancer, perhaps, right? So look at this resume. A little different here. Again, education listed here. Consulting experience talked about here. Not too many numbers here, just 1 or 2 numbers is fine. But again, you're framing what your role was there, what the company did. So this is actually a good company description, right? Publicly traded company, broadcast 100 channels. Again, 1 line, 2 lines is all you need to describe the company. The rest should be about you, what you did there. And if it's just one company, you can see how they broke down their experience at this company, whether as a consultant or as an employee. Sorry. Okay, again here, some personal information that's helpful to know. Like Mushi said, it could be helpful. It actually may trigger somebody to actually want to talk to you because of a common interest. So again, this book is available online, so I won't go through in detail, but I just wanted to highlight it quickly that this is actually a good resource. And again, a lot of information is online. I just happened to find this one. You can find your own resume books. Go to the actual bookstore and look for resume guides. Very helpful, especially early in my career. That's why I spent literally hours in the bookstore and library looking at resumes, taking pictures of resumes because I couldn't afford buying the book, for example, right? Or buy the book and return it, right? Or buy the book and keep it if that's good. So nothing wrong with these strategies, depending on your situation. So here we go. You have a general management. Again, same formatting you can see, and this again, go through it please at your leisure, depending on what your sector is, your expertise is, what your role is. But the comments are very helpful. You can see how here, for example, the experience here is quantified. Okay, look at all these numbers. Okay, this is great. Okay, so now let's go to the more visual resumes. Again, depending on the culture of the organization, it may make sense, it may not. But I wanted to show you that there are tools out there that can do this for you for free or with a small payment, or just for you to inspire you to do it in your own way, perhaps. So here's just another example of a more visual resume. And I have a few of these I can share with you. Okay, this actually works very, very well for somebody who's in high school, I think. So maybe your son or daughter, cousin, niece or nephew, or friends even, may want to look at this and, hey, you know what, yeah, you don't have experience, but let's highlight who you are as a person. Okay, this is how you do it. Okay, and it shows how professional you are because you actually thought about the qualities that you represent and what you can actually do for a company. So here's an example. Obviously, this is a little bit this is not done by Elon Musk himself. This was done by novaresume.com, which you actually go to and create your own resume. But the idea here is that they use his experience to create a nice resume. Okay, here you see the contact details, very clean, picture, a quick bio, and some experience. So sometimes if you're not, you know, I would say very design oriented, you can actually go to online and be inspired by these kind of tools. Right, to create your own resume, just to get started, to get you, you know, just kind of brainstorming a way to talk about your experience. Again, this is available online, also available in this presentation. Marissa Maya, our friend at Yahoo, or ex-Yahoo now, again, different ways of highlighting her experience, for example. Okay? So here, most proud of, strengths, again, 2 columns, it works. Okay? What I like about these resumes, by the way, I forgot to talk about, is again, how do you quantify your experience sometimes? Maybe you don't have numbers, right? So do some kind of graph that shows that, okay, you know, I'm very good at this. I'm pretty good at this. So this is a way to do it, right? Again, any awards is great to highlight for sure, if you can. Languages, always a plus. And here, same thing with Marissa. You know, she did this, so this is her kind of grading of her language skills, right? So think of this could be for any category, and I'll show you other ones as well. Okay, so how do you rank your experience against most people? Okay, again, this works very well for somebody who's in high school maybe, or early careers, how to spend my time. Again, this is more playful, but that's the idea. So again, this is actually a good one for high school students, I would say. And you can see just, again, this will be available. So very clean, very colorful, makes me want to read more, learn more about her. So there's 2 pages, books you read. Again, somebody who's in high school, a student, this could go a long way for them. And actually would encourage your kids or people closest to you to start documenting their experience, right? Or documenting who they are as people. It'll help them in a long way how to express themselves, which is actually a big part of what we do day to day, as you know. So this guy's a designer, okay? And again, nice, well done, very clean, very simple, not too much experience written. Maybe he's a freelancer. That's all he needs to do. As someone who's an entrepreneur, freelancer, I need to show you just that I can do the work, okay? What I like about this one the most, actually, and it depends on how you present yourself, is this colored kind of, you know, graph, okay? It shows me how experienced, how advanced, how familiar is this person with this different skill set. Now, if you're dealing with black and white on the career profile pages, you have to be careful because sometimes they actually may scan it only in black and white. So be careful if you use color in your resume and make sure that they're going to see this color. So I would only recommend this for people that you actually email directly, not those that are scannable, okay? And I want to highlight this one. This is just an example that I took online, but this shows you a resume book, for example. Now, for example, the way I describe this page is that if you are somebody who's going to a new industry or wanting to go to a new industry, so how do you even talk about that experience? Or how do you talk about an unrelated experience in a cool way, right? So what I would do is I would go search. So for example, somebody came to me needing some help on the resume. She said, Mohamed, I work at my grandfather's or uncle's AC company. How can I talk about my experience? I'm like, hey, I don't know. So what did I tell them? They go online, search. I help them find this page and say, hey, does this look familiar? Can you pull out anything that makes sense for you that could highlight your experience? So this is, again, part of the research that I encourage you guys to do, because you can actually pull things and be inspired by things that you can actually use for your own resume. Even if it's just one line or one word or 2 or 3 words from this resume, that will actually allow you to express yourself in a more professional way, do it. So you're really picking and choosing from different sources the best way to represent yourself. Okay. Again, another great example. So I'm showing you some examples actually of places. Here's the company or the website called Enhance CV or Enhance CV. Okay. Online, it's available. It can create something like this for you if you're not design oriented. Here's another one called Novo Resume. Again, it allows you to do resumes in a nice graphical way. So again, before and after, you can see here. Credo, another one, and has different examples. Okay. And I think this is towards the end, so we're actually almost done here. Is a checklist, right? So use this as your checklist, and maybe there's other checklists that are better out there, but know this, right? Name, address, very important at the top of the page, okay? Again, you have only seconds to showcase who you are, okay? Did you write your resume for the position? Again, making it very relevant for the position you're applying for. Don't be general. Be very action-oriented. Go back to the PARS method. Problem, action, results, skills. Okay. Again, what's your action verbs that have you used? Have you lied? Have you exaggerated? Am I going to get called out for something that I put in there that I shouldn't have put in there? Okay. Key thing is, number one, check your spelling. Okay. Have somebody else check it for you before you even apply it. Even though you think you did it, time and time again, I make mistakes in spelling all the time because I didn't check it the second or third time. Okay. And always ask yourself, if I was an employer, would I have called you? Don't be lazy. All right. So make sure that you're putting your best work forward. And I'll leave you with this before we go through questions. Is basically this, right? This is why I asked you what your dreams are. Because in the end, you will do what you love to do. And hopefully, everything that you're doing in your career, in your life, is taking you towards that.
So my friend, I hope you learned something. Now it's time for you to take action. Sign up for our next session coming out very soon. Details are listed in our meetup groups. I want a great life meetup groups. I'll share with you the link very soon. We would really appreciate if you leave a feedback in our Facebook or LinkedIn, whichever you prefer. And lastly, please do not afraid of inviting your friend. They might, for next week, they might be able to at least learn something, and they will be thankful to you someday you introduce them this opportunity. I have upcoming large events here on March 20. I do not know when you are watching this event, but there is throughout the years I do different location this type of event. Someday hopefully we'll have similar events in your area where we'll talk about digital marketing, blockchain, and what it takes to become a C-level executives where mostly CEO, CIO talk about it, their life journey and women empowerment and many more topics that we cover in this session. Signing up those meetup groups, we have many online events as well. So I look forward to see you sometimes online or in person someday. Here is our contact information. You are welcome to send me email mushi@speaktoconnect.com, my LinkedIn profile and also personal website. And connect with us in a YouTube channel. There are many more videos in our